Hello everyone, this is group number three, and we'll be presenting our final project on Uber and its data-driven strategy for advances in strategy elective. So before starting the presentation, I'd like to introduce my group. Uh, Starting with myself, I am Piyush Chauhan. There is Riya, Kanishk, Divya, Namit, and Shubham, who are my teammates. So let's talk about Uber, its functioning, and how truly revolutionized the transportation business. So Uber is a multinational ride-sharing company that has revolutionized the transportation industry since its inception in 2009. Founded by two people for a knack for technology, with a knack for technology, Garrett and Travis in San Francisco, California. Uber has grown to become one of the world's largest technology companies, providing a wide range of services, including ride-hailing, food delivery, fish delivery, and even autonomous vehicle development. Uber's primary service allows users to request a ride through a smartphone app, which then connects them to the available drivers in their vicinity. The app utilizes GPS technology to determine the user's location and matches them with the closest driver. This ensures two things. The first one is timely pickups, and the second one is efficient routes. Uber, by offering a convenient and a cost-effective alternative to traditional taxi services, has rapidly gained popularity across the globe. Let's talk a little bit about the number of geographies Uber is currently operating in. So, Uber operates in more than 10,000 cities across 70 countries, and it is continuing its expansion spree, disrupting the transportation industry worldwide. Despite facing controversies and regulatory challenges, the company's innovative approach to solving transportation problem has transformed the way people move and has significantly influenced the gig economy. So, let's come to the industry analysis, the analysis of the ride sharing sector. So the ride-sharing industry in which Uber operates has experienced rapid growth over the past decade. It is characterized mainly by the use of digital platforms that connect passengers with drivers who use their personal vehicle to provide their transportation services. This transportation network allows these transportation network companies to disrupt the traditional taxi and limousine services with their innovative business ideas and business models. Customer-centric features like real-time tracking, cash payments, and dynamic pricing are also a key factor, which has enabled the contemporary ride-sharing sector to exist. The global ride-sharing market was valued in and around $75 billion, and it continues to grow at a CAGR of 20% year over year, and it will continue to do so at least till 2028. This growth is driven by a variety of factors such as increasing urbanization, rising smartphone penetration, changing consumer preferences, and supportive government regulations. Now, let us talk a bit about what are the market trends apart from this and the major competitors for Uber. Uh, Electric and environmentally friendly vehicles are recently gaining momentum across different countries. The governments of these countries are actively promoting the use of these sustainable vehicles to provide transportation to their user base. And EVs are a key factor which Uber and other such ride-sharing platforms are focusing on. Autonomous vehicles are another great example of innovation in the sector. Uber is actively investing in R&D and it is extensively funding its research arm to develop autonomous driving or self-driving cars, really. which utilize the millions of miles of data that the company has. Uh, Next is mergers and acquisition. This has been a trend in the industry where uh, one company, in order to gain access to another market or another uh, domain, another market really, is acquiring a company that is already existing in that market, which is already operating in that market. And M&As are a good way to for a company to do so. Multimodal transportation is when to cater to diverse customer needs. Uh, Ride-sharing companies are exploring integration with other forms of transportation like public transit, bike sharing, and scooters. So, talking about some of the major competitors for Uber, Lyft is the biggest competitor for the brand. This company, which operates mainly in Canada and the USA, was founded in 2012 and is at present the biggest competitor for Uber worldwide. Didi is a Chinese brand, Chinese ride-sharing brand, which uh, is operating in the Chinese market, and along with that, it is operating in countries across the Latin America, the uh, some countries of Asia, and with that, it is also operating in some African countries. Didi is having a strong presence in the Chinese market and is the number one competitor for Uber in Grab is another competitor for Uber in the Singapore market. Grab offers various services which include ride sharing, food delivery, and digital payments across Southeast Asia. So, Ola is a company which needs no introduction. It is the biggest competitor for Uber in the Indian sector. It has recently ventured into the electronic vehicles arm with its Ola electric scooters. It has recently launched three or four iterations of its scooter, really. In the ride-sharing sector, Ola is offering competitive prices and almost equal level of service to its consumer base, like Uber. And along with Rapido, Ola is the biggest competitor for Uber in the Indian market. Bolt is a Estonia-based company that offers ride-sharing services, majorly scooter sharing services in the European and African markets. This will be all from me. Now, my teammates or group members will take the presentation.
Hi, good evening. My name is Kanish Cabral. I'll be talking about what is disruptive innovation first before going to the main points for Uber. Disruptive innovation refers to a process by which a new product or a service initially enters the market by targeting a niche market or an underserved customer segment, but ultimately transforms the entire market, displacing the established competitors and creating new market opportunities. Disruptive innovation often starts with a simple, low cost, or less featured product which may not initially appeal to mainstream customers, but has the potential to disrupt the existing market. Disruptive innovation typically offers low prices, increased accessibility, and improved convenience or performance, and may leverage emerging technologies or business models to create new value propositions. Over time, these innovations may improve in quality and features, enabling them to compete with established products and services on their own terms. Examples of disruptive innovations include personal computers, digital photography, mobile phones, online streaming services, and ride sharing platforms. Netflix, as we all know and all are very quite frequent users of, is also a very good example of disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovations can be a source of significant growth in innovation, but they can also pose significant challenges for established companies that fail to respond to changing market dynamics. Now, talking about Uber, Uber uses data in several ways to drive innovation and create a better experience for both riders and drivers. Some of the key ways in which Uber uses data for innovation include first thing first, uh, rider and driver matching. Uber uses data such as location, ride history, and availability to match riders with their nearby drivers quickly and efficiently. By analyzing patterns in ride requests, Uber can predict where and when riders will need a ride, allowing them to optimize driver availability and reduce wait times. Second thing, dynamic pricing. Uber uses data such as real-time demand and traffic conditions to adjust fares dynamically. By charging higher prices during peak demand periods, and Uber can incentivize drivers to go where they are needed most and help ensure riders can also find a ride when they need one. Next is route optimization. So talking about route optimization, Uber uses data such as traffic patterns, road closures, and driver availability to optimize routes and minimize travel time. Then comes safety. Uber uses data to improve safety for both riders and drivers. This includes tracking driver behavior, verifying driver identities, and using AI algorithms to detect potential safety risks. Then is product development. Uber uses data to inform product development and create new features that improve the overall user experience. For example, Uber Pool, which allows riders to share a ride with other going in the same direction, has developed based on what that showed many riders were taking similar routes. Overall, innovation use of data has enabled the company to disrupt traditional transportation services and create a new market. By leveraging data, Uber has been able to create a more efficient, convenient, and affordable service for riders and drivers alike. Further, Ria is going to take over.
Hello. Philip Evans's TED Talk, titled How Data Will Transform Business, revolves around the idea that data is changing the very nature of the competition in the business world. He makes several key points throughout his talk. The first one being that traditional barriers to entry are falling, making it more competitive. In the past, large companies had advantages such as economies of scale that made it difficult for smaller companies to compete in. Uber was able to surpass traditional barriers to entry in the taxi industry by using technology to create a new business model that offered several key advantages over traditional taxis, one being data driven operation. Uber's use of data allowed the company to optimize its operations and provide better services to users. For example, it used data to identify high demand areas and adjust pricing to incentivize more drivers to be in those areas, ensuring riders always find a ride when they need one, thus balancing the supply and demand of the market it's in. The second one is data is driving new business models. Companies are now using data to create new business models that were not possible before. Uber, for example, is investing heavily in autonomous vehicle technology, which relies again heavily on data from sensors and other sources to operate safely and efficiently. By developing this technology, Uber hopes to create a new business model that eliminates its reliance on human drivers, making them obsolete and perhaps even making Uber a more cost efficient business. The third one is the use of data to differentiate from competitors. In the past, competition was often based on price or quality. However, with the use of data, companies can now compete on a number of other factors, such as personalization, customization, and convenience. Data allows Uber to personalize the user experience by providing recommendations based on past trips and user preferences. This allows Uber to differentiate itself from traditional taxis, which typically offer a more standardized experience. The last one is the utilization of data to rise in platform businesses. Uber's platform business model relies on network effects, which occur when the value of the platform increases as more users and drivers join. Data has played a critical role in enabling these network effects, as it allows Uber to match drivers with riders more efficiently and provide a better overall experience. It is safe to assume that data has shown tremendous precedence in the utilization by Uber for optimal business functionings.
So, talking about how data revolution has affected Uber. Data revolution has enabled Uber to make data-driven decision making. It has improved customer experience for Uber. It has enhanced the safety and security for all the customers for Uber. And it has also helped in the regulatory compliance for the company. Um, when we talk about the strategic archetypes proposed by Martin Reeves in the case of Uber, we can identify the three out of the five archetypes proposed by him. The first is the adaptive approach. Uber uses technology to disrupt the taxi industry and adapt its strategy based on changing market conditions. The second is shaping approach. Uber leverages its market power to shape the market and regulatory environment in which it operates. And the third is renewal approach. Uber has rethought its business model and strategy to respond to disruption, expanding into new markets and investing in new technologies.
How Uber plans to leverage data in its strategy. Data is a critical component of Uber's strategy, and the company has built its business model around collecting, analyzing, and leveraging large amounts of data to improve its operations and expand its services. Here are some of the ways that Uber plans to leverage data in its strategy. Personalization. Uber uses data to personalize its services to individual users, providing recommendations for destinations, preferred routes, and payment options based on their past behavior. Pricing. Uber uses data to optimize its pricing strategy, adjusting prices based on factors such as time of day, traffic congestion, and demand for rides in a particular location. Safety. Uber uses data to improve safety on its platform, monitoring driver behavior and using machine learning algorithms to identify potential safety risks before they become a problem. Expansion. Uber uses data to identify new markets and expansion opportunities, analyzing data on transportation patterns and consumer behavior to determine where there is demand for its services. Partnerships. Uber uses data to form partnerships with other companies, providing data analytics and insights to help other businesses optimize their operations and improve their customer experience. Overall, data is at the core of Uber's strategy, and the company is constantly looking for ways to collect, analyze, and leverage data to improve its operations, expand its services, and provide a better experience for its users. Now, let's talk more about expansion. Uber uses data to identify new markets and expansion opportunities. For example, Uber uses data to identify a high demand for its services in India and launched in several cities in the country. In addition, Uber used data to identify a high demand for its services in the Middle East and formed a joint venture with a local company to launch its services in the region. Now, talking about partnerships, Uber uses data to form partnerships with other companies. For example, Uber has partnered with a number of airlines to provide transportation to and from airports. The partnership allows airlines to offer a seamless travel experience to their customers while also providing Uber with a new source of business. Uber has also partnered with several food delivery companies, such as Uber Eats, to offer on demand food delivery services to its users. In addition, Uber has partnered with several credit card companies to offer discount and rewards to its users, providing an added incentive to use the service. Overall, Uber's use of data has allowed the company to identify new markets and expansion opportunities, as well as form partnerships with other companies to offer new and innovative services to its users. By leveraging data, Uber is able to provide a better experience for its users while also growing its business and expanding its reach.
So I am talking about road ahead for Uber. Uber is one of the most innovative companies in the transportation industry, which has revolutionized the way people move around in the cities. Since its inception in 2009, Uber has rapidly grown to become one of the most valuable tech startups in the world, with a presence in over 80 countries and serving millions of riders every day. In India, Uber has been operating since 2013 and it has become one of the leading players in the ride-hailing market. To continue disrupting the industry and maintaining their position as a market leader, Uber need to focus on innovation and leveraging data to improve its services. In this analysis, we will discuss the road ahead for Uber Global and Uber India, focusing on their open innovation and data revolution strategy. Now, talking about the open innovation strategy, the Uber's open innovation strategy involves partnering with external partners to improve its services and develop new cutting edge technologies. Some of examples of successful partnerships include Uber Eats with local restaurants and Jump Bikes with manufacturers. The future opportunities for partnerships include emerging technologies such as autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, and a mobility as a service. Now, coming to the data revolution strategy, the Uber data revolution strategy involves using data to make a data-driven decisions that improve its operations and services. Examples of data-driven decisions include predictive analytics to improve supply and demand, also dynamic pricing to optimize pricing for both riders and drivers. Some of the future opportunities for data-driven decisions are personalized services, improved safety, security, and more efficient operations. Now, talking about the road ahead for Uber Global, Uber focus on global expansion will continue as it seeks to enter new markets and as well as they want to increase their presence in existing ones. Opportunities for partnerships with global companies in emerging technologies also accelerate their expansion, innovation, and growth. The potential challenge they include regulatory issues and competition from local ride-hailing services. The road ahead for Uber Global. Uber India face similar kind of issues as they are facing in a global scenario. But in India, they are focusing more on improving towards services for Indian customer and customized services by catering to their needs and demands. The opportunities for growth in Indian market includes increasing ridership and expanding to new cities. And some of the potential challenge include competition from other ride-hailing services like Ola and some of the regulatory issue related to safety and pricing from the Road Authority of India. In conclusion, I want to say Uber has disrupted the transportation industry by leveraging innovation and data to offer more convenient, affordable, and efficient service. To continue disrupting the industry, Uber need to focus on its open innovation and data revolution strategy. By collaborating with external partners and leveraging data to improve its services, Uber can continue to differentiate itself from its competitors and maintain its position as a market leader. With its strong brand and innovative culture, Uber has the potential to disrupt not only the transportation industry but also other industries in the future.
So coming to the collaboration part, we have done work within groups and we've also collaborated with other groups. For within group, we started with brainstorming ideas. We worked very closely together in gathering all the aspects, how we are going to work about the project and how the flow is going to be. We also made sure that we did not left any of the stone unturned. We tried to go as far as we could. Second is gathering insights from data. We gathered a lot of data from all the public domains and try to figure out patterns and create a insight that how Uber was working with the data collection from the customers. Next up is focused on working in functioning of the chosen organization. We focused on all the aspects about what services it provides to the customers, how's the customer experience, and what could be the future plan of action for Uber. Next is with other groups collaboration. We got access to diverse viewpoints and perspectives working with other groups. When we spoke to them about our idea, there were a lot of different aspects and viewpoints that came out from them, which we were not considering. And then we reworked on our plan of action and our working, provided challenging viewpoints to the assumptions of group 6 and 7. They did share their ideas with us, and we had a very open discussion about the same. We did go onto the areas that they were not considering, like how data could bring in a lot of changes in the road ahead. Next up is we collaborated on the idea of data devolution strategy with group 7. We inculcated the same in ours as well, and we did figure out that how data plays an important role in the future of the company. Thank you. That was group 3 from IMI New Delhi. Thank you so much.